Speaking of Banishment. Banishment. Fourth level Abjuration, casting time 1 action, range of 60 feet, components verbal, somatic, material, an item distasteful to the target. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you are on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left, with the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left, or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied, otherwise the target doesn't return. At higher levels when you cast this spell, using the spell slot 5th or higher, you can target one additional creature for each slot above 4th. I forgot you could upcast Banishment, so this isn't the worst. In action, fine action. Range, 60 feet. 60 feet's a good distance. No gold cost. Concentration kind of hurts it a bit, but it's only for a minute, but that can hurt. Banishment, hopefully though, when you're in a combat encounter, is the combat ender. It's like the last few things remaining are things from other planes, or this one enemy you just need gone for a minute. So you cast Banishment, and either they're gone for a minute, or they're gone for they're just out of the fight if you hold it. When it comes to encounters, I kind of like how it forces, at least when it's come to my player situations, it forces them to think, after like banishing a big demon or some summoned elemental or something, it's like, okay, do I want to hold, is it worth holding concentration on this, or should I cast another concentration like buff or debuff spell for the other parts of the fight? It kind of forces the, not just dropping concentration on one thing, but more you're allowing an enemy back into the fray. It's an interesting dilemma, and I enjoy it in some of my combats. The fact you still have to hold this for a minute, compared to like Banishing Smite, kinda sucks, but like I said, I like the benefit, but if we're just grading it as its own spell and utility to the player or the enemy caster, it's a downside. Off the native plane, that's good. Again, gets rid of someone even if they're not in the native plane. They'll be back after the minute, but that's still, most combats don't last a full minute. Outside the minute concentration, 4th level, it's not even that bad. Even with the concentration, I've got to give this a 9 out of 10. It's just such a disabler. It can change an entire flow of a battle or an encounter. Not to mention, I entirely forgot you could upcast it to target multiple things. 9 out of 10.